Did you guys make it out last night to? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Boy, that looked like.
I
I thought his career was fantastic. Got a chance to watch him over the years. I think he's rightly enshrined in the Hall of Fame and to get his jersey retired as a Spur.
Keeping on that, and I didn't get a chance to ask any of those guys last night, but where would you rank something like getting your jersey retired by your alma mater, your team?
Way up there. Way up there. It says that you are a fixture in the legacy of that organization, of that team, and that your contributions will forever be recognized and go above and beyond, which was even the call of duty. And I think Manu certainly is deserving of it. Yeah.
Well, Coach, you guys win a scrimmage today.
Yeah.
What were some of your first impressions?
Quarterbacks were live, and we're all anxious to see, in two cases, with two of those quarterbacks, it's been a while since they've been in full live bullets, and Frank Harris and Lowell Narcisse as well. Both guys came off injuries out of high school and have gone through some things. Of course, Lowell played at the junior college, but, live here. And so it was good to see it. The very first play of the scrimmage, Frank Harris went 70 yards for a touchdown. Yeah, just kind of how you draw it up. So we run a design quarterback read option, and he pulls it and makes about three guys miss and outrun everybody else. So started off good and continued. I thought the offense did some really good things. I thought the defense fought back in the second half of the scrimmage and was very stellar and defending the end zone. Carl Austin was outstanding. Solomon Wise was dominant. I would say 3+ contributions and sacks for him. I thought our offensive line at times really changed the line of scrimmage and moved it down the field. Sheldon Jones was probably a highlight from a receiver's perspective. Went up and caught a couple of spectacular catches. Thought Brendan Brady was fantastic. I thought Sincere McCormick was very. It was gratifying to see a true freshman, a guy in 12.5 grade, if you will, come out here and scores touchdowns in a full contact setting. Someone who understands what we're expecting. His growth continues to happen. And every time he scored, Sincere, Brendan would get in and answer it with one. So I thought those two guys played outstanding from a backfield perspective as well.
What does that say about San Antonio? I mean, you've all of a sudden found the gems that are here, but...
It's interesting. In both of them, the first school I was able to go to when I got here was Judson. And so Judson and Sincere and Rashad were the first two that I actually saw, and they were underclassmen at that time, very young, but very dominant in their freshman team, junior varsity team, and track and football alike. And then, bounced over to Steele, and sure enough, they had the outstanding defensive back that's at Texas now that I had known since I was in Baton Rouge. But they had a young tailback that just continued to shine, and Brendan Brady. And so they were guys that we identified early on, that we stayed persistent with, and very, very, very fortunate we were able to get those two guys and guys like Spencer Burford as well.
Is that what you expected to see out of Frank? And are you kind of happy that he's kind of progressing?
It's one of those things. It's a tough call, because we don't have a declared starter, and you got to let him play. And you can't call this game. You can't play this game scared. You got to go play. And what's gonna happen, gonna happen. But come on, Frank, come on, and come on, team, let's go play. And those guys went out and played, and we came out healthy, which is always a great thing when you're this physical in a spring setting, and that was a good thing. And then, you have anticipation. You think he can, because he's shown those flashes. He certainly did in high school, and then glimpses of last summer as well, last spring. And so to see him come back and continue to pick up where he left off was good to see.
What are you looking for in the first scrimmage of spring season? What does the coach look for?
It's our first evaluation. We're looking for how guys perform and how they take the installations of 1 through 5 cumulative and apply them, make them applicable in a game setting with no coaches on the field coaching them and telling them what to do. How do they retain that information? How do they react when they've been knocked down or hit in the chin? Let's see what happens now, because there are times where they all look really good, and then you get hit in the chin, and you wonder how then will they respond. So you look for the character of your team. You look for carryover from classroom to practice to a game setting, and then you just want your team to continue to develop and competition continue to be fostered at each position group, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for competition, not necessarily to declare a starter on this day, but for heated competition to continue to develop the quality of our team from the top to the bottom of our roster.
Frank, you're 2 weeks into this spring. Are you happy with the development, especially with your offense? You got a new offensive coordinator, a new passing game coordinator. Have you liked what you've seen out of those?
I have. I like our temperament. I like our mindset. It's an attacking one in both the pass and the run game. There's nothing that's finesse about what we do. It's fast, it's physical, and I like that as our DNA. I like our defense. I like the way that Coach Rollins and his staff have these guys getting off the ball, running to the ball, corralling to the ball. Those are all good signs and the things that you look for in a spring setting. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Frank.